And a jolly good afternoon to you from a nice, warm, sunny afternoon here in Olsztyn in northeast Poland. It's kind of a big little town, or a little big town. If you look at Warsaw and go kind of north from there, slightly to the east, it's in the Polish lakes and mountains, really, or lake district. No mountains, just lakes. Let's get that right. I'll be exploring those tomorrow, or going for a little spin around, have a look. In the meantime, I'm going to have a little look around the town. So I'm going to start off with just a little wander. Seems quite a pleasant place. It's Saturday afternoon. There's quite a lot of people about today, just wandering about, relaxing and doing their own thing. I'm just going to have a general stroll around, see what I see. I'm not going to do too much today. It's been quite a long travel day, and we'll pick it up tomorrow and the day after before we carry on to our next location. I think I must have been staring at too many Polish motorways today, because it's north of Warsaw, slightly to the west, not to the east. Just to clear that one up, but approximately halfway between Warsaw and Gdansk. There's lots of market stalls open today. It's like farmers market, selling all sorts of different stuff. I noticed they've got the old mountain cheese from Zakopane there, which is lovely. I might avail myself of some of that later on. So like a smoky mountain cheese. I think, is it goat's or sheep's milk? Certainly not cow's milk. And then it's served with like this red berry jam, I think you would call it. I'm not 100% sure what berries they are, but they're quite tart and they go really well with the salty cheese and the smokiness. Nice little snack to walk along with. Like most places, when you talk about market squares and old town centres in Polish towns, whether they're big ones like Warsaw, Wrocław, Krakow and so on, or the slightly smaller out the way towns like this, normally say that the town centre's been completely rebuilt back to how it was prior to the Second World War. That's pretty par for the course in Poland, but they tend to do quite a nice job of it, and here is no exception to that. Just looking at the buildings, but yeah, bear in mind that this place was more or less flattened during the Second World War, along with a lot of other towns and cities in this country, and of course in Europe in general. I think there's been a few weddings today. I can see a few people walking around in their wedding finery. I've not seen any brides or grooms yet, but they're perhaps having all their photographs taken at the moment while their guests are having a little wander about and seeing what's what in the centre of town here. Definitely a farmer's market going on. I was astounded just how many tourists there are here, actually. It's another of those places that I've found myself at almost by default, not really knowing what to expect, and already pleasantly surprised. It's got a really nice vibe to it, really nice relaxed atmosphere, and everyone seems to be having a great Saturday afternoon. It is a nice day, having said that. It's a beautiful sunny day, and all the families are out together enjoying their time here. As I say, it's in an area of Poland which has got in excess of 2,000 lakes. A lot of them are quite small lakes, I've noticed on the way in here. Presumably there are some that are a bit bigger as well. I'm going to investigate that a little bit further tomorrow and probably do a separate video for that. So I do know a lot of people do come to this part of Poland for their holidays, and especially those that enjoy water sports, bobbing about on the water and that kind of thing. So I'll look into that a bit more thoroughly tomorrow. But yeah, this is a very pleasant surprise arriving here today and discovering a vibrant atmosphere like this. I wish you could smell what I can smell. Actually, there's lots of different foods on offer as you walk up and down here. Mostly Polish or Central European, but I've noticed Chinese and a Thai as well. And certainly the combination of smells are really rather nice. I don't actually go around scoring towns in an official capacity, but any towns that have trams and a river going through them always get extra points from me, and Olsztyn has both of those. I noticed the trams when I was walking down here earlier on. I think, like with a lot of the old towns in Poland, the trams tend to run around the outside rather than through the middle of them. And so you can join up with the trams a bit further on. And here is the river. It's only a small one, but it's a fast flowing one, and looks rather attractive actually, looking down there at some of the cafe and bar that's people are eating at down there. Yeah, how do you pronounce it? It's the L with the little thing on it, which is pronounced a bit like a W. Y-N-A. Łyna, I would say. Łyna, River Łyna. I've probably got that completely and utterly wrong, but just so you can see for yourself, there's a sign with it on. Łyna, I would say. Right, I'm going to take a walk down that way along the river. In fact, there's a rather useful sign there showing you where you are, and an explanation. It's got a much larger old town than I thought it. I had a little brief read of a book, or online, a website I should say, and it kind of implied that it was a very small, insignificant old town area, but actually it's not at all. I think people must canoe vast distances down this little river, looking at that sign. I wonder where the canoes we're going to enter into it. There you go, you can hire some down there after the weir, not before it. I thought it seemed a little bit unlikely, so yeah, from after the weir that's just behind those bushes there, you can grab yourself a canoe. I'll take this route down here, looks quite nice. I know most places tend to look better in the sunshine and on a nice relaxed day like a Saturday afternoon in summer, but what a nice place this really is. I am very pleasantly surprised by this, and it's not like I was setting my expectations very low, because many Polish towns are very nice indeed. Same as in Britain, not all of them obviously, but generally speaking they have some nice parts to them. Probably taking a wrong turn in here though. Certainly no shortage of cafes and bars and restaurants by the water. Well, I've just looked at the website relating to that going on down there. That's clearly rehearsal, and there'll be something on properly because the auditorium is empty, but you can see in from outside up here, no problem at all. So I don't know if it's a ticketed event or a free event or whatever, but I'll probably pop up later on just to see what's going on. But nobody's actually inside the auditorium at the moment, but there's quite a few people just having a little look from the outside, as I've just done. But yeah, interesting little auditorium right in the centre. Clearly some sort of rehearsal going on there, because the auditorium is actually empty of people. But it's quite easy to both listen to the rehearsal and watch it from up here on the bridge. Interesting. I've just looked on the website. It seems to be that there was an event last night. Whether there's going to be another one later on today, or they're just using the auditorium for a bit of rehearsal and practice today. I can't really establish it. It doesn't translate into English for me, unfortunately, but I might pop up here later just to see if there's anything going on. Not sure if it's a ticketed event or you can just wander in for free, but if you do need a ticket to get inside the auditorium, there certainly won't be a problem listening to it or having a look from outside of it on the bridge just where I was stood. So I might pop up later and just have a little look. Yesterday's event started at 8, so on that basis I'll pop up at 8 o'clock tonight for a quick look, I think, if I've not fallen asleep by then. It's been a bit long, busy day today. Alright, back in one of the old squares here, and might pick up a few little snacks to eat later on. Right, I'm going to pause this video of this town for now, as I've officially run out of steam for today. Come back tomorrow or the day after just to finish things off and see what's going on. But yeah, what an interesting place. Olsztyn, north of Warsaw, halfway between Warsaw and Gdansk approximately. So definitely consider it, but I'll add some more to this video over the next day or so when I've got the chance. and I'll see what else is going on later on this evening or tomorrow. But just for the moment, temporary break to this. Thanks for watching, and see you again shortly. And as if by magic, good morning. It's now a good, well, almost 48 hours later. I'm just going to finish off this little wander around Olsztyn. Yeah, yesterday I went on a very long walk out to Lake Ukiel, which was great. Very nice lake indeed. Lots of things for everybody there. And that's on a separate video. And once I'd completed that, I really didn't have any strength to go out again, so it was feet up time. Anyway, back in the centre of Olsztyn now. Just go for another little look around. As I say before, the first part of this video was Saturday afternoon. This is Monday morning, so it's going to be a little bit quieter in terms of tourists, and a little bit more business-like, I think. So I'm going to start off going up that general direction, have a look round. There's a shopping mall up there, and then wander around in a big circle again. There's certainly plenty of things to see here, including museums, a nice river area, and the tram network seems to be being revamped slightly, or the track's been relayed. I've noticed the trams have come in here to terminate, turn round and go back out again. There's like a temporary stop just down there, so presumably they normally they would have carried on down the hill, but right, I've got the green man. A bit like Germany here, nobody seems to like crossing the road on the red man, or unlike Britain I should say, where everyone just wanders across whenever they feel like it. Anybody else notice that? In Germany it's really strict. Not quite so here, but yeah, if you wander across when there's a red man, you're likely to get ticked off. As a person that thinks of shopping malls as an extremely tedious necessity, not even a necessity in many cases. Actually, the Polish ones aren't too bad as a rule. But like most shopping malls anywhere in the world, there's not a lot of difference between them. But we'll have a little look around this one anyway. The one thing you will find here is it doesn't feel like you're walking around a airport duty-free area with exactly the same stores no matter where you are in the world. But there are some you'll recognise and some that you won't. People always say to me, Poland's really cheap. Well, it's not an expensive country on the whole, and a lot of things are a lot less than they would be in the UK or in the Eurozone, that is absolutely for sure. But I'm terrible when it comes to knowing how much things would be, say, back in the UK. Just walking past a shop and seeing a particular item, whatever that may be, clothing or electrical goods. Not that electrical goods are going to be much use, but I never know whether I'm making a saving or not. Carrefour. A lot of Carrefours around, French supermarket chain. And of course the obligatory food hall. Not really got going yet because it's still only about 9:30 in the morning. And a lot of it tends to be stuff for lunch or later in the day. Generally speaking though, you will find one that specialises in Polish cuisine. Well, I'm looking around here, I can't actually see one in this particular place, but quite often you do. And I have noticed that they tend to get the best queues as well, the most people queuing up for them, so certainly must be a market for it. But no, here it's cake and ice creams, Asian, pizza. Not sure about that one over there. It's only a small shopping mall, this one. In fact, some of the ones up on the higher level up there doesn't even appear to be open up there yet. Going to go up to that next level actually. Might be the local cuisine outlet. Right, that's all I can stand. 10 minutes. It's quite a small one actually, nothing overly impressive. I believe there's a massive one on the outskirts of town somewhere. We should need to get on the bus to or drive to, if that's your thing. Right, let's have a little look around the old town now, see how it compares to the other day. It was absolutely packed out, music playing, lots of stalls, kind of farmers market type stuff going on down there. Loads of locally brewed beer, honey, soap made from honey, the mountain cheeses, all that sort of stuff. It's all good stuff as well, it's nice, but I suspect the stalls probably won't be open yet. Maybe not open until later today. Oh, I'm going to take a little wander back down to the river first. It's built on quite a hill actually, Olsztyn. You can't really see it here, but the river itself is in quite a low-lying valley compared with the rest of the town. There's a sign pointing specifically to a fountain, so I'm presuming it's a rather impressive one. I don't recall seeing well, I saw a couple of fountains the other day. I don't think it could have been this one. There's a nicely overgrown kind of walking area down here. It's the trend, of course, these days. Let things grow a bit, allow the insects and other wildlife to thrive a bit better rather than chopping it all down to within an inch of its life. I think I quite like it on the whole. I can see a fountain there just poking its way. I definitely didn't see that the other day, I don't think, unless my memory suddenly failed me. But I'm going to go around and have a little look at that. That's quite impressive. A lot of work going on the footpaths. Everywhere you go there's guys with new stones, paving stones and bricks going into the ground. Well, there you go. This is the fountain. I think it's going to start squirting in a more impressive manner in a moment. There we go. Oh. Looking like there's lighting on the fountain heads as well, so maybe this is quite good to see at night time. That seems slightly random in its sequences. I do like a fountain though. There we go. Doesn't last long. I noticed this the other day. Alea Gelsenkirchen, which is Alea's like road or street or whatever. Gelsenkirchen is a town in Germany. I've been there. It's a pretty average working class industrial town right in the middle of Germany. I'm not quite sure why they would name a road after it all the way over here, other than of course a long time ago this part of Poland was part of Germany, but I don't know why they'll name a road after it. I don't even know what a Gelsenkirchen is. I'll have to look it up now. Might mean something significant, but that's definitely a German word. Not sure if this is a public route through or not. I'm going to have a look anyway. As always, the worst that can happen is you get sent off with a flea in your ear, as has happened to me on many occasions. Smile, say sorry, and wander off. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's just a little back route back into the old town. This old town area, it reminds me of somewhere. It's a real mixture of flavours of other places. Well, despite the fact it is quite a nice, warm, sunny day, the place definitely has got that Monday morning feel about it. As of course, on this same video, you'll have seen this same area on Saturday afternoon, packed out, all the bars and cafes and so on, doing a roaring trade. Everyone milling around, having a nice time. Today, there's not so many people milling around, just a few. Most of the stalls, if not all of them up here, are closed. Maybe open up later on anyway. It's still fairly early on in the morning, and those that aren't doing either of those things look like they're just going about their normal Monday morning business. Saying that, it makes walking around here a lot easier. It really was quite a bun fight on Saturday. Great atmosphere though, and as I mentioned many times before, even though the shop fronts may have been modernised in a lot of cases, not so much just here, if you look up, in virtually anywhere, London, anywhere you go, the tops of buildings very often are as they were. Although here, as I mentioned before, is completely reconstructed after World War II, but very nicely done as well. zloty for a French magnet. It's not too bad. What's that? £1, £1.50, £1.60. Just under $2. Well, about $2, €2. I guess that's not too bad. Oh yeah. Definitely got the Monday morning feel here today. Didn't come up here yesterday. I was went out to the lake, which was very pleasant. A lot of people out there. It was a reasonably nice day. Not brilliant, but it was certainly nice enough to sit on the beach, even if you weren't going to get much of a suntan. The weekend festival appears to have ended, 27th to the 30th of July. Fuego Infernal Club. Hola, cariño. I'm not sure the club that is. And this was the centrepiece of it all. And it really is a nice amphitheatre here, actually. The seating's certainly a permanent fixture. The stage and so on, I think, will probably get taken down, along with all the other bits and pieces down there. Be interesting to know what goes on here on outside of the actual festival. But certainly it's a fantastic setting, it really is. You can get quite a decent crowd in here. Okay, that's it. Time in Olsztyn has come to an end. I'm going to go and grab some breakfast and a coffee and then get on my way. Got a long journey today. And I'll see you again in the next one. If you liked it, if you're still watching now, I guess you must have liked some of it. Click the old like button, subscribe if you want to see some more. And I'll leave you with Nicholas Copernicus. Copernic, or Nikolai Copernic, as it says there.